Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is like day 11, I think, of my 13 spooky Halloween tutorial videos. Again, I have never done this many videos in a week before, and I can't believe we've already made it this far. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your suggestions. Thank you so much for your feedback. I hope you guys are really enjoying this. You know what, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel because honestly, I think I am legit now. Like, look what I'm doing. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Share it if you want to. You know I love it when you do and it helps me out a lot. And if you hit the bell, you'll get notifications anytime I post new videos as long as YouTube is doing their job. Yes, I have had people tell me that they have not seen my videos in weeks because they're not getting notified. So make sure you check that bell. All right, guys, I don't know what we're calling this. It's like, I don't know, this weird stuffed doll, I guess, who's just coming apart at the seams. That sounds like a great one. All right, I hope you do enjoy this tutorial. Let's roll right into it. You don't want to take this color all the way down to the neck. We do want to look different from the neck. And go ahead and don't worry about getting foundation on your lips because it's actually going to help this look. The brows were not even enough, so I had to go back and fix them. I did the same thing, I just made them a little more even. It took my time. So we have the foundation mix on, we have our eyebrows on, and now we just want to set our face with some translucent powder. Anything you got will work. You just want to do some basic brown, pretty, nothing crazy dramatic makeup, so I'm just going to use the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette by Morphe because I have it sitting right next to me. So going back into our Miron paint palette, and you don't have to use Miron, you can get Snazaroo, you know, anything you find on Amazon, any kind of water activated paint will work well with this. We're going to start making some lines where we're going to have the cuts sewn on. So let's just go somewhere in the forehead area. And don't worry about being perfect, it's a cut, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have one come from our eye. It's okay if it drags down because it'll look more effective that way. We're gonna have a cheek, and we're going to open that cheek so we can put some liquid latex in there. So let's make like a triangle. Have it come to a thin point and then fill that in with black. That way if we miss anything with the cotton that's going to be there and the liquid latex, the black will be the background, not our skin tone. And we made our mouth white, so that's gonna help. Then we're gonna drag a smile face. So we're gonna make a smile with the black. Start from the corner of your lip and bring it up. Do the same thing on the other side. And then fill in a little bit of the middle of your lips with black. And then where it is on your lip, you do want to make sure you add a little bit of powder so that it stays. I would probably go with a black shadow. It'll just be easier. I think we're just going to go with one more. I don't know. Let's do one on the neck. I think we'll have a little opening in the neck too. So let's make another. Come down like this and connect so that we can have another tear. And then like the other one, let's fill that in with black. I feel like we should do something with the nose. Let's just have another cut. Again, these don't have to be the same as mine. You can do them any way that you want. So now that we kind of look like the crow, we're gonna start adding more details. I'm gonna go back into our palette. And the first thing I'm gonna do is add a little bit of the black shadow to my lips. Now we want to get some irritation going on the skin. With a smaller brush, we're just going to pick up my LA Contour and Highlight palette, and I'm going to go in with the medium shade of brown in this. And on both sides, I'm going to just hit that irritation. Okay, and then with the darker shade and a smaller brush, you're just gonna use, and then with a darker shade of brown, you're just gonna go right against the line. Now dipping into some white face paint or body paint with a nice thin paintbrush, we are gonna highlight those cuts so that they look a little more realistic and not so flat against the skin. We want to get right up next to that black line on both sides. And we just want to drag a white line down there. And that's just going to help the skin look like it's raised up on both sides, like it was ripped open. So taking a rounded brush, I'm actually going to use a painting brush. I'm going to pick up some black powder and I'm just going to start making dots where I want the stitches. Next, we're going to fill in our neck and our opening on our face. I'm going to be using some Erin liquid latex. This one is in a funny light gray color because it's for like zombie skin. You can get it in one that dries down clear. This is going to be under, so I'm not really worried about it. If you've never used liquid latex before and you don't want to start now, you can skip this. You don't even have to make the whole opening. Just do it like we did the other ones. It's no big deal. And the lid comes with a brush. So we're just going to brush a little bit of this on that black area. And liquid latex does stink, so if you have a problem with smells, this might bother you. You're just gonna wanna let that dry a little bit so it gets tacky. And then I'm just gonna take some cotton balls and just kind of lay that in there like the stuffing is coming out or the person is stuffing me. Now for the stitches, you have two options. The first option is you can use some twine and cut it into sizes and lay that down on each stitch with some liquid latex, or you can draw them on. I think we'll do a combination of both so that you can get an idea of that. So the first ones we're gonna draw on. So I kind of want that twiney color for those. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna go with the light brown in the Erin paint palette first and just start laying those on. I'm just going to do that all over where I want the painted ones to be. We lost some of the color from the black dots, so I'm just going to go back in, but this time I'm going to use the black body paint instead, just to make sure they stay. And then I forgot to do the one on the nose anyway, so we're gonna go into that too. Sometimes with body paint, you have to go over the color a couple times to get the true color from it. So that's just what I'm doing now, just going over all the stitches that I made to make sure that the color is the true color that I want. And in my paint palette, there's like this deepy yellow tone, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of that and just add just a little bit of that color here and there, just to give these a little bit of texture, because we do want them to kind of look like twine. So I'm just adding like little dabs of lines here and there. Then we also want to make sure anyone that is crossed over, there's a shadow so we know which one's on top and which one's on the bottom. So you just want to add a little bit of a darker brown so that you can determine which one is the one on the top. And then finally you want to add a highlight. So on a very thin brush, on the very top of each one that's on the top, you want to add a little bit of white. And that's just to determine where the light is hitting it. Next step is, if you're going to put any twine, you want to measure those and cut them out and just lay them on the table in the order that you're going to put them, because different spots are going to be bigger than the others. Where the hole is, you only want one that's torn, like it broke, and that's why that's showing. Across the mouth, you'll want them to connect to the dots. And then again on the neck, if you do the neck part, anyone that's open, you only need one part, so it doesn't have to be perfect size. So again, we're going to take the liquid latex. If you don't have liquid latex, you can use nail lash glue. That would work fine as well. And I'm just going to dot each spot. And on this one, I'll only need it on the one side. And then you'll just want to hold it for a moment so it can have time to like glue itself and stick. Okay guys, that is that. I feel really weird because I can't open my mouth fully because I have this on here. So keep that in mind if you plan on wearing this to a party. You totally can open your mouth, just it'll depend on how wide you make these. And you can definitely stick a straw in there if you are trying to have a drink. But the effect is very cool. I love how this ended up coming out. Let me know if this is something that you would do. If you recreate it and you want to tag me, you can do that on Instagram or Twitter. My handle is right here for you. It's the same at both. And I don't know, I think this is day 10, 11? I don't know. I've lost count, guys. I hope you really are enjoying these though. I'm having such a ball doing this, and I don't get to do this very often, so you guys are letting me be my artistic self, and I just can't thank you all enough. Please give this video a thumbs up so that I know you guys are enjoying it. Leave a comment down below if you plan on doing any of the looks that I've done so far, or if there's one that you want to see and haven't seen yet. Maybe I'll add a day 14. Okay guys, until tomorrow. Bye.